What's up, resellers? I'm Rebecca and you are watching Rebecca the Reseller. So this is part 2. There's another video before this. If you haven't seen it, I would go and check it out. But this video is all about a review basically of Sarah Styles LLC sales and inventory dashboard for POSHMARK. So in the prior video, again, that'll be linked down below, go check that out. I covered the sales dashboard. This video is going to be specifically about the inventory dashboard. She also has a few other dashboard products. I don't have those because I'm just talking about the POSHMARK ones, which are the ones that I use. But if you sell on multiple platforms in a good amount, then you may want to check out the one that she has for other platforms as well. But basically, I am an affiliate referral for her, Sarah Styles LLC. Sarah and I are, reseller friends. We support each other where we can. We're both reseller moms. And I, in the other video, kind of went through a little bit more of the backstory, but I do want to just kind of jump into this as far as the inventory dashboard. So again, I do recommend, if you haven't seen it yet, go check out that other video first, just to kind of get the backstory and a starting point on why I'm doing these videos. But if you are interested in purchasing any of her dashboards, use my link down below as well as the code Rebecca the Reseller and you get 20% off, which is awesome. So this is the inventory dashboard and it basically is the same thing. It's just analyzing different information. You pull the report, your inventory report from POSHMARK, you copy and paste the information into here. It's going to run its systems and all the things that I don't understand. And then it's going to spit out some information in a very visually pleasing, informative way so that you can get some business insights that are based in fact and not just what you think. And I talk about that in the other video. It's going to give you basic information based on your actual store, what's going on right now, so that you can make changes. And then when you're done making those changes, you can go back and look at that information again and see if those changes and strategies are working. And I think that's the biggest takeaway from using a dashboard like this, and why this is so awesome is because it allows you to really proactively work on your business. And that's something that I'm a huge proponent of. I may not be the best data geek in the world, but I'm definitely into making strategic things happen in your business proactively. So this is going to analyze your current inventory. I actually pulled this a couple of days ago, whenever. I didn't pull it just recently this morning. So some of this is going to be a little bit outdated, but it's still generally working well. Also, I have boutique items. I have changed some things in my business along the way. So there's a few things in the inventory here that you'll see that's unique to my store and my experience on being on POSHMARK for over the last 4 years. And so it's probably not something you're going to have to worry about. So currently it'll tell you how many items you have in stock, which is great. It will tell you the items with the most likes, which I think is pretty cool. It'll tell you the most liked brand. And so here you'll see, like, this is my Mom Roar swimsuit collection. My closet now is called On My Rack, but it used to be called Mom Roar Boutique. And at that time when I had boutique items, I called them Mom Roar Swimsuit Collection because they were all swimsuits. And so now I'm in the process of kind of changing everything over. And so even though they're the exact same swimsuits, some things are going to be referred to as the old brand. Some things are going to be referred to as the new brand. Again, those are unique to me. And then the item listed the longest is like my closet sign, my About the Posher, which is thank you for your support. So I just think that's funny. Your highest revenue brand, total sales of just that brand, which is awesome. So I've sold over $1,400 in that brand of my boutique swimsuit. Again, some are now a different brand, so that's not all of my boutique sales, but that's kind of cool because it's saying that I sold more of this one boutique branded item than any other thrifted brand. Any Nike, any Zara, any Anthropologie, any whatever. And I think that's kind of cool for me because I have boutique items. Category with the most sales is tops. I've sold 106 tops given the period of this, which is, I think, a year to date, which I picked, which is not year to current date. It's like a week or so old. And then my sell-through rate, which is awesome. I feel really happy about that. So there's more information as you click through the different tabs. And again, I did a lot of backstory and like pre-information in that other video. So go check that out because now I'm just kind of like diving in. This thing is really cool. So I think that this is awesome. When you do relisting, it's going to kind of mess with this information. And now that Poshmark just has the copy feature where you can copy a listing and basically relist an item, the days on hand is going to get muddled, because when you relist it, it's going to come up as a new item. And so even though it's an old item, it's going to show as a new item. So that's a little hard to deal with. But like some of these you can see, I have thank you for your support, which is 1,200 days on hand. That's the about the posher. Like when you start and you get that about the posher, I changed it to this, thank you. And that's exactly right, because I've been on Poshmark almost 4 years, and 300 into 4, whatever, is 1,200 days. So that's about right. And then there's like, this stupid Nike shirt that's been in my closet for 254 days. And I guess apparently hasn't been relisted yet. So it's good because it can tell you what needs to be relisted, what doesn't need to be relisted if you're a person that does that. It could also tell you, like, if you don't relist, you've got things that have been around for over a year. That's been through its, if it's a seasonal item, you've now gone through the entire year. Are you going to let it go another season? Like, there's a lot of information that you can take from this one chart alone. It also shows the number of likes. I love this because when I'm looking on the phone, you have to click into an item in order to see the likes. And so I just think it's nice to go through and get a feel of like what has likes, what doesn't have likes. If there's something that doesn't have a lot of likes, like this is a new with tags loft, pants. This is like, are all your pants not getting likes? Is all your loft items not getting likes? Like, what information can you take from seeing the information this way? This one I already see right now has a typo here, so maybe that's why it's not. Probably not, because it's coming up based on the brand, but let's just say that it was a different word and it had a typo in it. That could be a reason why it's not getting to people. This has 0 likes on it. So there's just a lot of information that you can take from that. And again, everybody's closet is going to be a little different. Again, my most liked item, my most liked brand happen to be my boutique things. So that's a little bit different, but a lot you can do in that inventory tab. That's pretty cool. The listings, so this for me is a little messed up. Not due to anything because of her, but because of me. I have been on, and it's tracking since 2017 here. And that's, I don't know if that's when I listed my first item or not. All of the information isn't in here right now, and it's because I'm having it tracked for a certain amount of time period. So it's showing that I've only listed 41 items on average per month, but that's not right because I list way more than that. Like, as you can see here, I've listed 567 items, and that obviously includes relists, but it's a little bit different than what the average is showing, just given the time frame that it's in. So because my closet was active for a little while and then it wasn't, and just like a lot of different things, my information's not showing quite right there. This is the sales report. So this is where you're putting in the information from Poshmark. This is the inventory report where you're putting in the information from Poshmark, and then you can continue to go through and see everything that it's telling you. This is so cool. So most sold, highest total, the chart of the brands is what I thought was really cool. So obviously my mom wear swimsuit collection, that's multiple different items, but it's one brand that I made it as. And then Nike is my next highest selling one, and I just couldn't believe that. Like, of all the things that I sell, I had no idea that my next most popular brand was Nike. Like, I'm shocked by that. Calvin Klein, Zara doesn't surprise me, J. Crew doesn't surprise me, Torrid doesn't surprise me, and honestly Torrid would be a little bit higher, but we have Torrid with a capital T and Torrid with a lowercase t, which I find interesting. So it's like just very interesting to go through your information and actually know rather than what you think. Like, if you would have said, what's your hottest selling brand? I probably would have said, yeah, like Loft or Zara or like a basic brand like that. I would have never picked Nike. I just find that completely befuddling. So you can look at all of this information any which way you want. I'm not going to go through every single thing for me. I just clicked off of it. Where did I go? Here we go. But There's a lot of things in here that you can actually go through for your particular store, like top average by sales price, what are the top selling things by fastest selling, every single category and way you can look at it. It's available here, and I just find it, I'm going to keep saying interesting. I just find it so interesting. This is going to give it to you in a little bit of a different way. It's similar in that it's talking about the brands, etc., and sold price and average price. So again, you can go through this. It's going to be different for each of us. So me going through mine isn't necessarily going to help you because it's all going to be different for all of us. But I like the visual way. I like the aggregated way that it's shown. I feel like that translates to me better than just going through the Poshmark sheet. To me, that is hard to digest and hard to manage. So, and if you're somebody that only focuses on certain brands and isn't so widespread and you have more of a curated closet, even this will be more easy for you to see. I carry basically everything, and so I've got a lot of brands here that it's tracking, and so it is still a little bit overwhelming, but once I dive into it more, I can make sense of it. Here, so cool. So you can select what category you want to drill down on or zoom in on, and it will pull up the information just for that category, which I was like, what? That is so cool. So this is swim, and so now that it's populated, you can see all of the information that you want to about swim, what's the subcategory, what's the average sale price, what's the sell-through rate. You could get lost in here and really just say, I'm going to go category by category and figure out what are the best selling things, what are the worst selling things, what are the fastest selling things, and double down on those areas. This could even inform you on where you want to focus when you go to the thrift store. If you know that outerwear is working for you, you need to hit that up first and double down on that. If you know that you can't sell any jackets or any blazers, stop going to that section. All the information is here for you based on your actual experience. And while I make videos like what sold videos and haul videos, and while I love watching them, what's going on in someone else's closet has nothing to do with what's going on in your closet. This is your data. This is what you want to know in order to inform on what to do going forward in the future. And so it's good to know what other people are doing, but this should take precedence. You should know your information backwards and forwards before you worry about somebody else's information. That's just my personal opinion. So this is going off of categories, which is great. And so you can definitely zoom in and say, you know what, I'm feeling spread thin. I'm going to eliminate a couple of categories. I'm kind of at that point where I feel like I want to eliminate a couple of categories so that I'm just not even focusing on it anymore. And so this is going to be able to tell me which ones that I shouldn't even. Honestly, I was surprised at how many pants I sold because I feel like I can't sell pants to save my life. Yet somehow I've sold 100 pairs of pants, which is only 50 less than tops. And then dresses, I would have never thought it was that much, and it's 125. So skirts, I think I might get rid of selling skirts. Maybe I'm not going to sell skirts anymore. So interesting. As far as all the different information that you can act upon. And again, I'm not going to bore you with every single thing for me and my business because it doesn't help you, but I just find it very interesting. Best selling top size. So this is going to dive down into those categories and tell you about sizes. And so you can click over here again and pick which category you want to deal with. And then it's going to talk to you about sizes. For me, at this point in time, I'm not worried about size. I pick up all sizes. There may come a point where I don't pick up certain sizes, or I do pick up only certain sizes. Now's not the time for me for that right now. But if you do, this would be really helpful for you. Department, again, just kind of talking about categories and men versus women, things like that. So again, you drop down here, you're able to see the sell-through, you're able to see the average price, you're able to see it here in a chart as well as visually, and I find that awesome. And just kind of knowing what parts of the thrift store are bringing you in the most money. So here, you can see accessories are not doing much for me. Where did skirts go? Oh, skirts. $16 for a skirt. Shorts are less. I mean, I guess that makes sense. And shorts are cheaper to purchase usually if you're going to a retail store. Swim is $18. Jackets and coats $20. This is just interesting. Pants, $14. So even though it said I sold more pants than I thought I did, I'm only selling them for $14. Maybe I should focus more on dresses because those are $20. Like, it's so cool. Such a nerd. So those are all the different, tabs that you can focus in on. And again, I felt like when I went through in that other video, the sales dashboard, I had a lot more things that could apply to you because just the sale amount that's different, but otherwise generally everything's the same from closet to closet, our numbers are different. But here, because we all do sell different things, we all focus on selling different kinds of things, and we all have access to different types of items. There's less for me to say that would specifically apply to you, but I did want to just show you all of it in general. The types of information that you can pull out of this can really influence what you do going forward if you allow it. I highly recommend purchasing the inventory dashboard along with the sales dashboard. I think getting the combo like I did was a really good thing. I'm happy to have both sides of the coin, and I feel like it's going to take me some time to go through tab by tab and identify what can I do with this information. That's what I would encourage you to do. Purchase it, set it up, and then like week by week, just take a different tab and say, okay, I'm going to focus on this area, and these are the kinds of things that I'm going to learn about my business from this data, and then this is what I'm going to do to improve upon it, and then I'm going to go back in X period of time and see if the things that I did affected what I wanted it to, and made the changes and made the improvements. And if you can do that, oh my God, you can really do so much better with your business and just feel more confident knowing the information, and feeling like, because I said in the other video, I'm like, I sold so much Anthropologie this month, and then when I looked, I had not sold not one stitch of Anthropologie, like no Anthropologie items sold. But in my head, I thought I had sold all this Anthropologie. It's because I'm touching it, I'm listing it, I'm seeing it in people's what sold videos. Like, sorry to use the same example again, but I feel like we're bombarded with all this information that sometimes you have a picture of what's going on in your store that's not rooted in facts. And using the dashboard can really help you root yourself in facts for your own personalized closet and make changes going forward. So I don't want to be broken record person. I think it's awesome. I think Sarah did a great job with it. I wish her the best of luck with it. And I hope that you will take what I've shown here in a review to heart and just say like, listen, if I can spend the time on this and I'm interested in improving my business and want to try, and will actually use this, I think it would be worth purchasing. If you're not going to use it, don't purchase it. Like, don't buy something you're not going to use. But I do think that there are tons of benefits that can help your business if you do purchase it. And if you do, I'd love it if you'd use my link down below and the code Rebecca the Reseller for 20% off. And that would be awesome. So I wish you guys the best of luck with it. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Also go ahead and check out Sarah's channel. I'll link that down below. And I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you go ahead and get the dashboard. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.